That innocent dinner you had last night? It may be the reason your legs ached at 3 a.m. and why your kidneys are quietly wearing down. I know that sounds dramatic, but after working with hundreds of older adults, I've seen a clear pattern. What you eat after 6 p.m. can shape how your body feels tomorrow morning. Leg cramps, swelling, tingling feet, morning fatigue. You might think it's just age. But what if it's not? What if the real problem is the soup you thought was healthy, the glass of milk before bed, or that one little sauce you add to make it taste better? Most people don't realize it until the damage has already started. But I want to stop that from happening to you. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through 6 common dinner foods that can quietly strain your kidneys and make your legs feel heavier with each passing night. The scary part? Some of these foods are labeled low-fat or heart healthy. But after 60, your body reads them differently. Stay with me, because once you see what's really happening, you won't eat the same way again. Let me tell you about Margaret. She's 74, a retired school teacher who loves crossword puzzles and always tries to eat clean. Her dinners? A bowl of vegetable soup, maybe a frozen low-fat entree, and a small dish of canned fruit. Nothing fried. No extra salt. No dessert. But every night, just before bed, her legs would swell. She felt pressure in her calves. Her feet felt tight in the morning. She assumed it was just poor circulation. Just age, she said, until we looked at her dinner. Her light, frozen meal had nearly 900 milligrams of sodium. The vegetable soup? Another 700 milligrams. And the canned fruit? Preserved in syrup with hidden salt and additives. In one dinner, Margaret was consuming almost an entire day's worth of sodium without realizing it. Here's the thing. After 60, our kidneys don't flush sodium the way they used to. They become slower, more sensitive. So when we eat high-sodium, heavy meals at night, the kidneys keep working overtime, right when the body is supposed to rest and repair. The result? Fluid builds up in the legs, circulation slows, and morning fatigue, swelling, and kidney strain start to creep in. Silently. Margaret didn't need a prescription. She just needed a few simple swaps. And within 3 weeks, her swelling went down, her legs felt lighter, and her sleep improved. Her story isn't unique. In fact, she's one of many, and that's why I want to walk you through 6 dinner habits that quietly hurt your legs and kidneys, and show you how to change them without giving up the meals you enjoy. Let's start with the first one. It's hiding in more kitchens than you think. Food number 1. Too much sodium at dinner. Let's start with the biggest troublemaker. Sodium. Not the kind you sprinkle on your food. I'm talking about the hidden kind, packed into things we assume are healthy. Canned soups, frozen dinners, deli meats, even so-called low-fat crackers. They all sound harmless, but just one of these can sneak in 600 to 900 milligrams of salt, sometimes more. Now here's why that matters. After 60, your kidneys naturally slow down. They're not as quick at filtering extra sodium and balancing fluids. So when you eat a salty dinner, your body holds on to water. Where does that water go? Straight to your lower legs and feet, causing that uncomfortable swelling many seniors feel before bed or first thing in the morning. But it's not just swelling. That extra fluid puts pressure on your kidneys while you sleep, forcing them to work harder, right when they should be resting and repairing. And over time, that nightly pressure can wear them down, one quiet night at a time. So what can you do? Start by reading labels. Look for meals with under 400 milligrams of sodium per serving. Better yet, cook your own simple dishes using low-sodium broth, fresh herbs, and real ingredients. You don't need to give up flavor. just take back control. Your legs and your kidneys will thank you for it. Food number 2. Red meat. Late at night. Red meat isn't the enemy. In fact, many seniors need protein to maintain strength and muscle mass. But when you eat, it can make all the difference. Joe, a 72-year-old I spoke with, loved his evening steak. Thick cut, grilled, with potatoes and a side of beans. It gave him comfort, even pride, until the leg stiffness began. He'd wake up sore. His calves felt tight. Sometimes his lower back ached before sunrise. But his labs looked normal. His doctor said, "Just aging." Until we looked at his dinner timing. Here's the issue. Red meat, like beef or pork, is dense in protein and saturated fat. These take hours to digest. So when eaten late, your kidneys and digestive system stay busy long after you've gone to bed. That means instead of your body focusing on healing and resting, it's stuck working overtime, processing urea, nitrogen, and fat. The result? Poor circulation, muscle inflammation, restless sleep, and yes, heavier legs in the morning. What helped Joe? He started enjoying red meat at lunch instead of dinner. In the evening, he switched to lighter proteins, baked salmon, lentil stew, or a veggie omelet. He didn't give up what he loved. He just changed when he ate it. And within 2 weeks, he was sleeping better and walking easier. Food number 3. Sugary sauces and dressings. Sometimes it's not the meal, it's what you put on it. Barbecue sauce, ketchup, honey mustard, teriyaki glaze, even light salad dressings. They seem like a small touch. But for many seniors, those 2 tablespoons of flavor are causing 2 hours of inflammation. Carol, a 70-year-old viewer, thought she was eating healthy. Grilled chicken, steamed veggies. But she loved her barbecue sauce, just a little with dinner. Then came the burning in her legs at night, and that odd tingling in her feet. Turns out these sauces were loaded with added sugars, high fructose corn syrup, and hidden sodium. Even in small amounts, they spiked her blood sugar and triggered low-grade inflammation, especially in the tiny blood vessels that support the legs and kidneys. It disrupted her circulation, weakened overnight recovery, and made her feel off in the mornings, without knowing why. So what worked? Carol began making simple homemade sauces: olive oil, lemon, garlic, mustard without sugar, even fresh tomato puree with herbs. The result? Less burning, better sleep, and a feeling of control she hadn't had in years. Sometimes it's not the big changes, it's the sauces. Food number 4. Too much dairy at night. Let's talk about a bedtime favorite: cheese and milk. Harold, a 76-year-old I met at a senior wellness group, had a nightly tradition: a few crackers, a small glass of milk, a slice of cheddar. It helped him relax before bed. But each morning, he'd wake up with numb toes, tight calves, and a heavy feeling in his legs. His heart was healthy, his labs were fine, but his legs weren't. Here's why. Dairy, especially cheese, is high in saturated fat and sodium. When eaten late at night, it slows circulation and adds fluid retention, especially in the lower limbs. And for seniors, that means poor overnight muscle recovery and extra stress on the kidneys. Milk can also trigger mild digestive issues or lactose intolerance, even if you didn't have it when younger, leading to bloating and discomfort while you sleep. So, what helped Harold? He didn't give up his evening snack. He just moved it earlier, around 7 p.m. He swapped cheddar for a lighter goat cheese and traded cow's milk for unsweetened almond milk. In 2 weeks, he felt lighter and more rested. Dairy can still have a place, but after 60, timing and portion matter more than ever. Food number 5. Refined carbs at dinner. Let's talk about something almost everyone eats: white bread, white rice, regular pasta. Simple, familiar. But for seniors, not always kind. Eleanor, 71, was doing everything right. She cooked at home, avoided sweets, and kept her meals light. But every night she had a small piece of white bread or a bit of rice with dinner. Then came the symptoms. Dead weight legs at 2 a.m., tingling toes, restless sleep. Her tests looked fine. Doctors said, "It's just your nerves." But Eleanor wasn't convinced. When we looked deeper, we found the issue. Refined carbs, like white bread and rice, are digested fast. They spike blood sugar, then cause a sharp crash, often during the night. That crash triggers circulatory stress, leg muscle irritation, and even poor kidney fluid balance. For older adults, that means weaker recovery, poor sleep, and increased inflammation. All from harmless carbs. So what worked? Eleanor switched to sprouted grain bread, quinoa, and brown rice. She added a handful of leafy greens to slow digestion. And within 10 days, she was sleeping through the night again. Comfort food doesn't have to be refined, just redefined. Food number 6, evening alcohol or sweet drinks. Let's finish with something many of us enjoy to wind down. A small glass of wine, a sweet iced tea, a little fruit juice after dinner. Sounds harmless, right? Richard, 75, thought so too. Every night he sipped wine or tea to help him relax. But then came the night cramps, twisting, jerking, interrupted sleep. He started waking up tired, achy, and frustrated. What was going on? Even small amounts of alcohol act as a diuretic. They make your kidneys work harder, right when they should be resting. You lose fluids, you dehydrate, and by 2 or 3 a.m., cramps kick in. Sugary drinks aren't much better. They flood your blood with glucose, disrupt sleep, and trigger inflammation in the kidneys and legs, especially overnight. Richard didn't need to give up his routine. He just swapped it for something smarter. Chamomile tea, cinnamon water, lemon cucumber infusions. The result? Fewer bathroom trips, fewer cramps, and a deeper, more refreshing sleep. Evening drinks matter. Choose the ones that support your kidneys, not stress them. Now that we've walked through all 6 dinner habits, I want to pause for a moment. Because here's the truth. Most people don't eat these foods out of carelessness. They eat them because they're familiar, comforting, and part of a routine that's brought them joy for years. And honestly, I understand that. Food is memory, it's warmth. It's the sound of the kitchen at sunset. It's the comfort of, I've always done it this way. But the body you had at 40 is not the body you live in today. After 60, your kidneys don't recover the same way. Your circulation slows. Your muscles take longer to heal. What was once easy to digest now demands more energy than you think. And here's where the shift begins. You're not being asked to give up everything you love. You're simply being invited to listen to your body with a little more care. Because sometimes, comfort and health can go hand in hand when we adjust with intention. That small change? Swapping your white rice for quinoa. Drinking tea instead of sweet juice. Eating your steak at lunch instead of dinner. Those don't erase the joy of food. They protect it. By helping your body show up with energy, clarity, and strength for the life you still want to live. The goal isn't perfection. It's progress. It's waking up tomorrow feeling just a little bit better than today. And the power to do that? It's already in your kitchen. So let's take a deep breath and bring it all together. We started with a simple idea. That your dinner could be quietly affecting your legs and kidneys, night after night. And now, you know the signs to look for. The 6 habits that may have felt small, but created big discomfort over time. Too much sodium from frozen or canned meals. Red meat eaten too late. Sugary sauces and dressings that seem harmless. Cheese and milk before bed. White bread and white rice without fiber. And those innocent sips of wine or sweet tea after dinner. But here's the good news. None of the damage is permanent. Every one of these habits can be shifted, gently and at your own pace. You don't need to throw out your fridge. You don't need a perfect diet. You just need to begin with one small step that your body will recognize and thank you for. So here's my question for you. What's one dinner habit you'd like to change after watching this? Have you noticed swelling, cramps, or restlessness after certain meals? Share your story in the comments. You never know. Your words might help someone else feel seen and supported. And if this video helped you, even a little, please consider subscribing. This is a space for seniors who want to age with strength, clarity, and peace of mind. You're not alone. You're not too old. And you're never too late to make a change. I'm honored to walk this journey with you. See you in the next video.